Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in USL Championship. Very, very busy double match week. It was a busy Wednesday, which led to an even busier weekend. And you had 10 matches on your Saturday that were set up by 4 matches on your Wednesday. We're going to go back, get you all the news that you need to know, all the information to get you going forward here when it comes to everything in USL Championship. So let's go back to the midweek. 4 matchups. Lou City and Charleston, and this one had its share of how do we say it, rivalry. And it was Ben Pierman, Danny Cruz going at each other through their post-game comments and the clubs and the officiating and all of that. Listen to it on SDH last Thursday. It's very, very exciting stuff. Thursday and Friday that we got into. The burgeoning rivalry in the Downport Lynn family. Lou City and Charleston Battery had a 1-1 draw. Charleston thought that they should have been 2-1 with a late goal that they thought they scored last kick of the game. It was awarded as not, so it was a shared result 1-1, and Ben Pierman and Danny Cruz went after each other on social media. So you've got those conversations as well to take away for the next time. You can watch on the calendar that these two teams will square off against each other. Summer Showcase at Widener Field in downtown Colorado Springs. Switchbacks and FC Tulsa had a 1-1 draw there as well. At the mic, big effort by Indy 11. 4 on the board, shutting out Birmingham Legion 4-0. And at Torero, San Diego Loyal over Loudoun United by the final of 2-1. That set up your Saturday. At Ricardo Silva Stadium, the Miami FC loses to Indy 11 by the final of 1-0. At Protective, Birmingham rebounds against Sacramento Republic. Here's match of the week number 1 in your crossovers, courtesy of our friends at the USL Championship, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
Gerald Flores gives us the whistle, and we are underway from the Magic City between Birmingham Legion and Sacramento Republic. Early ball over the top. Behind the defense, the flag does come up as Spaniard Keko is making the run in behind.
So a little bit of change, maybe looking for a little more pace in midfield, a little more size up front.
That's headed on frame. Vidiello makes his first save of the night.
And a good header, unfortunately, straight at the goalkeeper.
Saw the graphic flash up there. Got to his feet and kept it moving. Sacramento able to maintain possession through the pressure. The other side for Jared Timmer.
Sacramento has had a lot of the ball. They've kept it in the back of the team. They have not found very many connections up front.
Trying to find one here, perhaps. Jack Gurr lobs one to the back post again. An easy catch for Matt Van Oekel. Quickly rolls it out for Corcoran. Nico Brett trying to connect with Kasim. A long slide there from Timmer to get there first. And Agadello is halted on his tracks. Martinez wasted no time putting it back in play. Out the other side, Deba Nwegbo off and moving. Nwegbo against Timmer, cuts it inside. Still Nwegbo, and Vitelio makes the save. Good work from Deba Nwegbo, and the second save of the night for Danny Vidiello.
Juan Agadello still feeling the effects of that slide tackle.
Birmingham Legion trying to get back on track. Sacramento Republic looking for their 13th win of the year. Zico Lewis able to beat Moses Mensah there. Cicerone racing to the byline, got the service away, and it's headed wide of the mark by Keko. Again, in attacking midfield tonight, more of a new role for him. Typically more of a wide player. Enzo Martinez typically more of an advanced position, but sinking deeper tonight as Agadello tees one up. It took a deflection. Vidiello had to press it wide. It'll be a Birmingham corner, their first of the night.
Really careful, because when this ball leaves Agadello's foot, it's going one direction. All of a sudden, it's going another. He gets both hands down early and makes the save.
Danny Vitiello has been active here in this first half.
He made one or two very good saves early. He's come out early to scoop up some balls that look to be dangerous, and he's caught a couple of crosses very cleanly. Certainly gives his defenders confidence that if they get beat, they've got a solid player behind who will make up for it.
That brings the first half to a close. Either side finds a breakthrough in the first 45+ minutes. Pretty solid night at the office for Moses Mensah. Part of this Birmingham backline that has held Sacramento Republic without a shot over the last half hour. Flag stays down. Juan Agudelo able to bring that down. It redirects out to Smith, who scores! Colin Smith slots it in the bottom corner. Birmingham Legion have the lead.
Good ball into Agudelo, a lovely layoff. Catches it on the volley, hits it first time, smashes it into the far side netting. What a great way to get your first professional goal.
Best team in the West, arguably the best team in the USL Championship this year, playing from behind against Birmingham Legion. Good interplay there. Gurr, first-time serve. Kavita deals with it. Zico Lewis, a nice back heel, and shot is punched aside by Van Oekel, cleared by Corcoran. Grassa got plenty of it. Down. First a look at the save from Van Oekel.
Rocket hit to his left, does really well to get down and gets two strong hands to the save.
Still work to be done. It falls again for LaGrassa, but Cernali cuts out his pass. And Smith clears it up the line.
He's going to get heavily involved.
Spaniard Keko comes off. Luther Arschmidt, former member of Syracuse Orange, comes on. Alder Sanchez will come on as well, replacing Matt LaGrassa. So a double change for Sacramento, a single change for Birmingham Legion. And substitutions brought to you by Papa John's. Birmingham fans, use code LEGION. 25% off your regular menu price online order at papajohns.com. Lopez first touch finds Enzo Martinez.
He's the guy they want touching the ball inside the box.
Zico Lewis, a driven serve. It got all the way through and in. 1-1. The substitute Luther Arschmidt comes off the bench and makes an impact.
Terrific service. Alex Cernali felt he was being held. And in front of the goalkeeper, can he find a magic touch?
Into the 96th minute, Martinez a driven serve. Vitiello a clean catch. And that is full time. Birmingham and Sacramento end the night on level terms here at Protective Stadium.
1-1 draw, shared result. Birmingham has had a rough go as of late. Stems the tide a little bit, getting the 1 point at home against Sacramento. Charleston rebounds from the midweek match, getting full points at Keyworth, knocking off Detroit City by the final of 1-0. Also on the board, Al Lang, Tampa Bay in control over Monterey Bay by the final of 4-1. And that sets up our second match of the week in another crossover. Lou City hosting RGV at Lynn. Family, here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends once again at the USL Championship, ESPN Plus, and YouTube. Mike Watts on the call.
RGV can go above the line. Louisville City can move one slot up the ladder. Big game between the East and Western Conference foes. Said the data, and to be fair, it's only one element. It's been really good. Lancaster, he scored in 3 games running. Lancaster, Derek denies. It will be a goal in 4 straight games.
Sometimes it's about the physicality of the game. Here's a ball through, but he needs to fight for this ball. He needs to fight for this ball against Cabezas. So no easy task at all, but good control this time. Gains possession, takes a right-footed shot.
Bouncing ball across the face. Coronado! You don't blame him for trying. It's set up really nicely.
Take this type of shots because, it could become a counterattack very quickly. But I think this is a great effort. There's a great shot.
This is shot right at Zimla. First effort on frame for RGV tonight. Finds Tosh. Hangs it up there and away from the line. Derek went crashing. Perez stridently layers through. Colin! Dylan Maris!
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful play. Here's where it all starts, a second chance here. Manny through the middle, a beautiful ball right there. And Dylan, what a beauty, goal of the week already. It's a great setup from Manny, give him a lot of credit, a beautiful play for him in the middle, creating chances, creating a lot of room inside the box. And Dylan Maris.
Presented by Wi-Fi. Maris already curled in a goal back in the 43rd minute. Adams fighting for it, and Derek comes out and collapses toward the ball. Cabrera. Header snapped down! Oh, that's impressive! Juan David Cabezas! A blasted headed goal off the corner! RGV level!
Well, set pieces always come to the rescue. Huge mistake defensively here. Plenty of players inside the box. Nobody makes an effort on the ball.
Still work to be done. Head on a swivel, cross deflected. Lancaster will go again. Crank service, Akwe. Kept by Gibson. Mogel, a blast deflects. Dion off the post. Winder finishes it. Louisville ahead.
Another look. Akwe, they clears the ball away. Miguel with the first opportunity, blocked that time, and Madou Diaz still in play, takes the left-footed shot, hits the post, one more chance. This time, it's a goal for the home side. You know, it's crazy how you get a lot of the intensity from RGV. I think, you know, it's, again, this is no time for moral victories, and it won't be one. But the intensity.
Sometimes the fans have to be willing to take one for the team as well, I suppose. Cabrera. Cabezas, nice return. Davila, Zemla, ball toward the line and wide. Scissored toward frame. Never got there. Will be a corner. Wow.
Just beautiful build-up. You know, it's a very simple but effective give and go. It's the key right there. Still an opportunity here.
Corner RGV. Header to the back post. And in. And RGV equalized for a second time tonight. Galindres comes right into the game and makes the ultimate impact. That is some of the best celebration we've ever seen in this league. Period. 2-2.
Around RGV. Another corner kick. And again, it's Cabezas winning initially. Ball bounces around and Galindres right place, right time. Here's the header from Cabezas, a header from Akwe as well, who ends up with the assist.
Powell's. Could he have his moment here? Levy's across. Harris! Derek did not spill it. Davila. Stares down Mogel. into the penalty area, RGV. And Pinzon! Oh, wow! That could have been the moment. It is off target. By the way, the Rowdies bagged 4 unanswered to thrash Monterey Bay tonight. It means Louisville now. Whoa, straight red to Aquay. Aquay has been sent off for a hand near the throat of Dia based on the signal made by Elton Garcia. He'll need perfection. Torres offers, ball bouncing in the 6. That was nearly the moment for Cabezas. And that's it. That is full time. Cabezas quite nearly pushed that over the line on the last touch of the game.
Shared result, big point on the road for Wilmer Cabrera and RGV going into what a lot of folks thought was a very, very hard place to win on the road in USL Championship and get a points period. RGV got a point in their matchup against Lou City. Traded blows back and forth, didn't flinch, left with a 2-2 draw on a point heading back to Edinburgh, Texas. San Antonio FC at the Lab knocked off New Mexico United by the final of 3-0. Memphis 901 gets the one goal that they needed to get full points going up against San Diego Loyal at Torero. So big win for Memphis 901, in a crowd just over 4,500. Sergei Demyanchuk, the man in the middle. Rodrigo da Costa, the only goal on the board in the 23rd minute. That was good enough for Memphis 901 to get the win over Loyal. Pittsburgh, no problem with Hartford by the final of 2-0. Loudoun shuts out Vegas Lights 3-0. Then Phoenix put a hurt on El Paso Locomotive, 5-0 final at the corner of 38th and Washington. Munjoma scores in the 22nd. Trejo scores in the 44th. It was 2-0 at the break. Then Trejo scores again in the 70th, and you end up with Formella scoring in the 85th from the spot, and it was Torres scoring in the 88th. Cubo Torres scoring for Phoenix in the 88th minute. And so 5 on the board for Phoenix, shutting out El Paso Locomotive by the final of 5-0. So that was your busy weekend and everything going on in USL Championship. So that sets up your standings, starting off in the Eastern Conference, and they're starting to get a little separation here. Pittsburgh, now 4 points clear of Charleston. They played the same number of matches at 25, 47 points to 43. Tampa Bay closing in on Charleston. Goal difference at a plus 17. That's going to come up big late in the year. They are at 41 points. They've won 2 of 3. Memphis 901 still has matches in hand behind Pittsburgh and Charleston. They can make up some points, but right now they have the same number of matches played as Tampa. They're at 37 points ahead of Lou City on goal difference, plus 3 to 0. Indy 11 right now is at 31 points, another bit of a gap, 30 points for Birmingham Legion. And Birmingham, they had lost 3 in a row. They snapped that, getting that 1 point against Sacramento Republic at Protective. And then FC Tulsa has 29 points. They would be the 8th team in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference if you stopped right this very second. But you're not. There's still matches to play. Below the playoff bar, the Miami FC's at 26. They had a 4-game unbeaten string snapped with a loss last time out. Loud United's at 24 points. They've lost 3 of 5. Detroit City has hit each of the columns in their last 3. They're at 24 points, and they have a 1 less win and 2 matches in hand on Loudoun. Hartford Athletic has won 2 of their last 4. They've won 2 and lost 2. They are at 16 points with a record of 4-15 and 4. Western Conference. Up top, Sacramento and San Antonio. We anticipated this battle for most of the year, only separated by 2 points. San Antonio with a match in hand. San Antonio has won 4 of 5. Roots are third at 37 points, unbeaten in 5. San Diego Loyal, 36 points. Orange County, 34. They've won 4 in a row. Switchbacks have hit each of the columns in their last 3. They're at 33 points. Phoenix Rising at 32 points. They've won 2 of 3. El Paso Locomotive has lost 4 in a row, 1 point in their last 5. They've only got 32 points, and they are way behind in goal difference involving any kind of a tiebreaker with Phoenix. They've got 1 more win, but they are 16 behind Phoenix when it comes to goal difference at 32 points. New Mexico United's lost 3 in a row. They're in 9th right now at 28 points, ahead of RGV on goal difference. Monterey Bay's at 27 points. They've lost 5 in a row. They've come on hard times recently. Vegas Lights at 2-13-8. They are at 14 points. They have lost 4 of 5. All of the news and everything that's going on in and around the league. Power rankings for Week 23. Start you with the top 10 and go through the rest of the Eastern Conference. And the top 8 teams all stay the same. Orange County, Pittsburgh, San Antonio, Sacramento, Oakland, Charleston, Tampa, and Loyal. They've all stayed the same. Lou City up 1-9. Switchbacks up 1-10. Memphis up 5-11. Indy 11 charging up 8 spots to number 13, which means that the Miami FC down 5-14. Tulsa down to 15. Legion down to 16. And Detroit City down to 19, Hartford down to 20, Loudoun up 3-21, Vegas at 22, Locomotive 4 consecutive losses, 17 goals given up in those 4 losses at 9-9-5. Monterey Bay, a 5-game losing streak, first time that they've experienced this in their short history. So that's your rundown of all of the power rankings that are attached to everybody here in USL Championship. Fans' choice for goal of the week. In Week 23, you have until Thursday, August 17th at noon. Milo Yosef for Tulsa against Colorado Springs. Jonas Fieldberg for Colorado Springs against Tulsa. Dylan Maris against RGV from Lou City. And Rita Zuhir from San Antonio against New Mexico. 108 seconds in against New Mexico United. So Zuhir, Maris, Fieldberg, and Milo Yosef are your chances for goals of the week for Week 23. You can vote until Thursday at noon. The save of the week, you can vote until Friday at noon, all through all of the USL Championship platforms and on the USL app. Don't forget to vote there mobile in a mobile sense if you most certainly can. Interesting piece of news. San Antonio FC is going to host CD Tapatio in the Duelo de Campeones September 12th at Toyota Field. The reigning Liga de Expansión MX champs against the USL champs, September 12th at Toyota Field. And Sacramento Republic signed academy product Davion Kimbrough to a pro contract, and he becomes the youngest professional athlete in American team sports. 13 years, 5 months, 13 days. Transaction obviously is pending league and federation approval. 3rd year with the Republic, added to the club's first-team roster at 13-5-13. Continue his development. It's one of the team's high-potential players in the academy. Obviously, terms of the contract not disclosed, but you had the entire signing of the contract. You had all of the things that you know that you're looking for when it comes to the promotion of such an item, and you ended up getting that pretty much in short order for our friends at the Sacramento Republic. Congratulations to them and to Davion Kimbrough for signing that contract at 13-5-13. Youngest professional athlete in American team sports. Very, very cool stuff from our friends in Sacramento. Looking at the schedule for the upcoming weekend, and we'll give you juice boxes where we can find them and how many folks are dialed up when it comes to all of these matches. We'll have juice boxes for the entire weekend. That's very, very cool stuff. So here's your juice boxes for the weekend. Starting on Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, San Antonio, big favorite at a -169 as RGV comes to visit. 10 o'clock, Orange County is a slight underdog. The Riverhounds come all the way to Irvine, California to +154. Orange County's a +166. Your draw's a +222. Friday night football, FC Tulsa and Tampa Bay at One Oak. Tampa Bay favored at a +129. Your action on Saturday, 3, 6, 9, 10 matches. So here we go in quick succession. Birmingham favored at a +120 at home against Lou City at a +202. Your draw's a +238. Hartford Athletic, an underdog, hosting the Miami FC at 7 o'clock at a +135. 7:30, Detroit City, a -141 as Vegas Lights come to town at a +350. Loudoun United, big underdog as Sacramento Republic comes to town at a +106. Loudoun United a +227. 8 o'clock, RGV at a -108 as Phoenix Rising comes to town at a +264. 9 o'clock, San Antonio at -159, hosting Monterey Bay at a +400. 9:30, El Paso hosting Indy 11 El Paso, plus 110. Indy 11 a plus 220. Draws a plus 245. 3 to go. 9:30. San Diego Loyal hosting New Mexico at Torero, minus 120. 257. New Mexico is basically a plus 300. 10 o'clock, Roots hosting Colorado Springs at a plus 106. Colorado Springs switchbacks are a plus 231. 90-minute draw slightly higher than that. Orange County, same favorite at Championship Field in Irvine as Charleston comes to town at a plus 106. Charleston almost the same as switchbacks at a plus 229. Your draw is a plus 244. So that is your rundown of everything going on in USL Championship. As a reminder, what we always tell you, if you are in market and can catch the match in person, please do so. Quality competition in the second level in the U.S. Soccer Pyramid. If you can't make it in market and you want to follow along on your local providers. And if you are out of market and want to follow along to a specific match or a specific team, you can always do it through ESPN Plus, the home of USL Championship and the ESPN family of networks all the way through the season. Will get you ready for everything going on in the USL Championship. So for everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. Enjoy what's going on in USL Championship. We'll be back at it again next week. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the games in USL Championship.